For most of us, 2020 has been an insane year. Pre-pandemic, I had a lot of projects lined up, one of them being my series, Shmi Investigates. In the second investigation, my friends and I befriended local painter, piano teacher, and poker player Gina Cannone. Oh, and she's also a psychic medium. Gina predicted big things for us in 2020.
This is a power year, 2020. You can manifest a lot this year, so once you put it in the atmosphere, it's going to come to you.
But those were derailed because of 2020. Back in the spring, she reached out to me saying that she was having these wild dreams and vivid visions of the future. So I went over to her place, set up my camera, and this was that conversation.
So the key to automatic writing and writing your dreams when you wake up is just write everything you remember. Don't look at it like, oh, that's stupid, I'm not going to write that. Write everything down. Then you wait. You wait and you think about it. See what happens. I've had prophetic dreams. In my first book, I dreamt, I have warning dreams that saved my life. I've had dreams that saved other people's lives. I've dreamt of illness that got people to go to get medical help as like a medical intuitive. If I lay my hands on you, I just did it this week. My friend, she did not like what I told her, but I did put my hands on her stomach and I said, oh, you're going to be in a lot of pain tonight and the stone is going to be out of you. And she says, oh no, my doctor said it'll be fine. I said, no, you're going to be doubled over and this comes out of you. She was doubled over in pain that night, and she went to the hospital and got immediate surgery, and they took it out of her. And she, dreams for me have either protected me and others, or warned myself and others, and have also shown me future events. And an angel came to me and told me my mother was going to die on Friday, and she lived in Arizona, and she only really wanted me to hold her hand while she passed. And this was a Sunday night. I dropped everything, and my brother finally, after all these years, he's like, oh, your dreams always come true, so I'm going to go with you. And we went. By the way, my family they all were out there, my two sisters and my parents, they're like, everything's fine. And my sister goes, did you have a dream? I go, yeah. And she started crying. And she goes, oh my God. I said, listen, I am praying so hard that this is the one dream that does not come true. A lot of dreams may not come true, but there's a part of it that always does with me. I know when I had watched a weird movie and then I have a weird dream. That's not going into universal godly place. That's just a weird dream. I know the difference. But while we were on that plane out to Arizona, my mother was put in the hospital while we were on the plane. We got there and she died on that Friday. I saw my husband's passing the night before he passed. And 8 months earlier, I had seen a big red polka dot flash on the ground, and then it kind of went up like this. That was 8 months earlier. I said, no. So as a psychic medium and intuitive person, you can't possibly know everything. Matter of fact, the more you know, the less you realize you don't know anything. The thing is, there's so many symbols and things come at you, you don't know them all. So as the first time it happens, then you're like, oh, now I know what that means. So here's this big red polka dot on the ground, and then it went up like this, and just poof, it went away. That was the spot he died in. Wow. We blessed it. They had prayers over that spot. So, you learn as you go also. But that's also why it's nice to write your dreams down. There's a weird distortion with the time of a dream occurring. If it's prophetic dreams, the clearer the vision, it's coming, and it's a reason. So I want to explain first that when I do a session with somebody, or for myself even, it seems that automatic writing, I close my eyes, I'll write, and I draw pictures. And my second book is called Automatic Trance Writing. What I did after my dreams, what I'll do is I'll just get up and I'll write them. I have to tell you, sometimes it's like in the middle of the dream I start writing, or it's right when I first wake up. This was the writings from that. It was a disturbing dream. I was in a place where I knew I was speaking to, now, people who know me or people who don't know me, I've had an angel speak to me and it sounded different. And I can't explain these sounds, but when it's higher power, like God or Jesus, so this higher energy power, higher than like the highest, that also sounds different to me. And they don't speak to you like we speak. These are like very short words that are sent to you, but you can speak in the dream. But this March 22nd, it just said, cleanse your souls, rid the scourge, money not important, pray, 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 and be still, not a time to drink, smoke, cleanse.
Now, to the skeptics, you're probably thinking, these are all things that come with sheltering in place during a global pandemic. This is all so vague. All right, you want proof that Gina's the real deal? Fine. How about this?
Now, on the night of April 23rd, in this case, I did feel I was in a heavenly type place and I felt a God presence. And then I saw also flooding and I saw rain and all of that was shown, and earthquakes. And then it all kind of got pushed away. And then I saw these children, and they were the age of 10 and under, it seemed to me. And they had these dots and pus things and rashes all over them. And I'm staring and I'm like, is this smallpox? And I hear no. I said, but why are you showing me this? And I remember doing this in the dream, because you're actually in the dream, like you're in this little mini movie. Lucid dreaming is kind of odd. And you're in it, and I go, but why are you showing me this? And I hear, this is next.
There has been a sudden surge in cases of a serious mystery illness in children we've been telling you about.
Symptoms include painful rashes that turn black as the body's immune system attacks its own organs.
She believes more children in the metro may have the virus and hopes parents will watch for the symptoms.
As an intuitive, as a medium, as a highly spiritual, open person, I'm used to getting dreams and then really listening to these dreams, because I have proof that they have come true. I have family and friends that are witnesses to these things, as yourself. Are you getting a tattoo?
Yes.
Somebody doesn't want you to get it? I sometimes don't know what to do with this information. Am I supposed to call the news people? Am I supposed to, I don't know. What am I supposed to do with it? I've been trying to really get that answer, but I feel like it's time that people observe. There are individuals, not just myself, but I'm sure there's other people. I would love them to come forward and to see and start, figuring this out. Having these crazy dreams through a crisis time most dreams will be the accumulation of the mass material and information that you are absorbing. Because somebody watching the news all day is going to have crazy dreams. I've never been a fan of watching the news. I turn it on for the weather, see what's going on, maybe a few minutes here and there. I haven't really watched the news maybe for 5 or 10 minutes within the week, so I have no idea what's actually going on. But, it's been repetitive when I have turned it on. So a good way to be a clear vessel is not to listen to a million people's opinions or watch the news, and that's how you stay clear.
Now, this next dream,
this dream now was kind of, I felt like I was in the dream, also a lucid dream, but I kind of felt like I was going to wake up, but I never woke up in it because it was bothersome. So when a dream is bothersome, you start to feel like you want to get out of it. But I was like, no, let me see. I want to see the ending of this one now. I was like, oh, and I hear, why? This one was a siren was so loud. I never heard these sirens before. You know how you see in a movie or on TV? This was even louder or different. In the dream, I'm on my phone and I'm trying to get hold of my brother who lives in Manhattan. I keep dialing and the sirens are so loud, and I run into the street and I have my dog with me. And finally I get him. I don't know how I got him, but I just went, I love you, and then everything went dead, black, the nothing. And I mean silent. There was an eerie, I knew that everything was dead. Like there was this weird silence. And then I looked up and I saw what looked like to me is a missile. And I was just like, oh well. And then I wake up. That was it. Now, that seemed a little further, but it wasn't that far either, because I was clear. But it wasn't as clear as the kids that happened. Now that the kid thing happened 3 weeks later. So, but let me tell you something. This is temporary. I mean, it's another virus. There's plenty of viruses out there that people probably get and they go away in other countries. When I saw the whole world in trouble, this could be the beginning. This could be just the beginning. I feel psychically and spiritually, this is just the beginning of many issues to come. You know, energetically, I'm calm. I'm not fearful of my dreams, which people will be like, wow, that's scary. Like, well, is it the end of the world? You know what I tell them? It's the beginning of a lot of troubles.
Unfortunately, she wasn't wrong. What followed after this interview was the Black Lives Matter nationwide and global protests in response to police brutality, murder hornets, the Beirut explosion, West Coast wildfires, RBG's passing, and the list just goes on and on. But in response to all of this is what Gina had to say.
This is truly a transcendental time. This is a huge shift in the entire world. This is the time, should I move, take care of your finances, appreciate life differently. Everybody was always running around with chicken with no heads. Where were you going? Shop, what are you getting? What did you need? Let's run here, let's run there. Now everybody's slowed down. This is to bring back basic good human behavior. But it is interesting. What is? How the reset, you can work it to your advantage. But spiritually, it's a time of shift. I just hope we maintain it afterwards and everybody learns that new path in a good way.
2020 brought a lot of darkness. But it also brought a lot of light if you look at it with the right perspective. Whether you believe in a higher power and or the ability Gina was born with, there is one thing I know we all can agree on. And it's what this year taught us. It taught us to live our lives to the fullest because we never know what tomorrow will bring. Thank you for watching. To book a reading with Gina and learn more about her, visit spiritualmediumginacannone.com or call her at 917-865-4662. This has been a Shmee production.
Anybody who has a question about their life or what should I do for a job, should I move, don't listen to the world. Listen within.